Hey there. Ready for a deep dive into something that's super relevant? We're talking business process management today, BPM,
BPM.
and
Yeah.
why it's still a top priority for CIOs, even as we look ahead to 2025.
Yeah.
You might be thinking processes. Sounds dry.
Right.
But trust me, this is all about staying agile, competitive, even a little bit about future-proofing your organization.
Future-proofing, definitely.
In a world that's constantly throwing curveballs, right?
Yeah.
We've got a stack of insights on what's keeping CIOs up at night and how BPM can help them navigate all these challenges.
It's interesting how BPM has evolved. It used to be just about automating simple tasks,
Yeah.
but now it's become the strategic tool for digital transformation.
A whole different ballgame.
It really is. And what's fascinating is how it ties into some of the biggest headaches CIOs are facing. We're talking things like cybersecurity, AI integration,
Oh yeah, those are big ones.
proving the value of IT, even that constant struggle to find and keep top tech talent.
The talent gap is real. So let's paint a picture of what CIOs are dealing with as we head into 2025.
Yeah.
From what I've been reading, it's not exactly smooth sailing.
No, it's not.
We've got cybersecurity threats becoming more sophisticated by the day, AI disrupting practically every industry, data analytics getting more complex, and then there's that ever-present talent gap we just talked about.
Right.
How are all these challenges interconnected?
You're right. It is a very complex landscape. But if you look closely, there's a common thread running through all these concerns. It's the need for agility, efficiency, and the ability to adapt quickly.
Adapt quickly, yeah.
It's no longer enough to just keep the lights on. CIOs need to be able to pivot, innovate, demonstrate tangible value. This is where BPM steps in, not just as a Band-Aid solution, but as a strategic framework for tackling these multifaceted challenges.
So BPM is more than just automating a few tasks here and there.
Absolutely. It's about stepping back and looking at your entire organization as a system of processes, understanding how all those processes connect, where the bottlenecks are, and how you can optimize them to achieve your business goals.
So it's really a holistic approach.
It is. It's about moving from a reactive mindset to a proactive one.
That makes a lot of sense. So instead of just putting out fires, you're creating a system that prevents those fires from starting in the first place.
Exactly.
But let's break down the benefits of BPM a little bit more. What are some of the tangible outcomes that CIOs can expect to see when they embrace BPM?
Well, one of the most immediate benefits is process optimization. Streamlining workflows, eliminating redundancies, and reducing those operational costs. Those costs that can just eat away at your bottom line.
Yeah, those are the ones that keep you up at night.
Exactly. Think about a simple purchase order process.
Okay.
In a traditional system, it might go through multiple departments, involve tons of paperwork, and take weeks to complete.
Weeks, wow.
With BPM, you can automate the routing, approvals, the data entry, making the whole process faster, cheaper, and less prone to errors.
So you're not just saving time and money, you're also reducing the risk of human error, which can be a huge liability.
Absolutely.
What about agility and flexibility? How does BPM help organizations adapt to change and stay ahead of the curve?
Imagine a sudden disruption in your supply chain.
Which, let's face it, happens more often than we'd like these days.
Right. With a solid BPM system in place, you can quickly reroute orders, adjust inventory levels, and communicate changes to suppliers, all in real time.
Wow. Real-time adjustments, that's powerful.
It is. You're not stuck with these rigid, inflexible processes that slow you down. They prevent you from responding effectively to new challenges or even opportunities.
Yeah, that's key.
You need to be able to seize those opportunities.
Absolutely. Being able to adapt and respond quickly is crucial in today's dynamic business landscape.
Okay.
But what about compliance and risk management? Those are top priorities for CIOs,
Absolutely.
especially in industries with strict regulations. How does BPM help mitigate those risks?
BPM gives you a level of visibility and control that's simply not possible with manual processes.
I could see how that would be valuable.
You can track every step of a process, see who approved what, and identify potential bottlenecks or risks before they blow up into major problems.
Is getting ahead of those problems.
Exactly. Think about a financial institution processing loan applications.
Yes.
With BPM, they can automate compliance checks, ensure all the right documentation is in place, and reduce the risk of fraudulent activity. It's like having an audit trail baked into every process,
Baked in, I like that.
which can be a lifesaver in a heavily regulated environment.
Absolutely, a lifesaver.
It is.
So you're not just streamlining processes, you're also creating a system of checks and balances that strengthens compliance and protects the organization from potential risks. But what about that other big challenge we mentioned, the talent gap? How does BPM help CIOs navigate the scarcity of skilled tech workers?
That's where BPM can really shine. By automating tasks and simplifying workflows, BPM can actually reduce the need for specialized technical skills in certain areas.
Interesting.
This allows you to make better use of your existing workforce
Okay.
and frees up your highly skilled IT professionals to focus on more strategic projects.
So it's not about replacing people with robots. It's about empowering your current team to work smarter and more efficiently.
Exactly.
But beyond addressing those critical CIO concerns, what about the impact of BPM on data-driven decision-making? We're living in a data-driven world,
We are.
and CIOs need to be able to harness that data to make informed decisions. How does BPM fit into that equation?
BPM systems often have built-in analytics capabilities
Oh, okay.
that can provide incredible insights into how your processes are performing.
That makes sense.
They can track key metrics, identify bottlenecks, and highlight areas for improvement, all in real time.
All in real time, so you're getting that immediate feedback.
You are armed with this. Data CIOs can make informed decisions about resource allocation, process optimization, and even future investments.
So you're moving away from guesswork and intuition?
Exactly. It's about moving away from gut feelings and anecdotal evidence
Right.
and embracing a data-driven approach to decision-making.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like having a dashboard that gives you a clear view of what's working and what's not.
It is?
But now comes the tricky part. Let's say a CIO decides to embrace BPM. How do they actually go about choosing the right BPM tool for their organization? There are so many options out there, it can be overwhelming.
You're absolutely right. Selecting the right BPM tool is critical, and it's not a one-size-fits-all situation.
Right.
You need to approach it strategically, considering your organization's unique needs and goals. The first step is to clearly define your objectives.
Objectives.
Yeah. What are you hoping to achieve with BPM? Are you looking to streamline a specific process, improve efficiency across an entire department, or maybe even overhaul the way your organization operates as a whole?
So you need to have a clear vision of what you want to accomplish before you start shopping for tools.
Precisely. Once you know what you're trying to achieve, you can start identifying your requirements.
Requirements, got it.
This includes factors like scalability.
Okay.
Can the tool grow with your organization?
Yeah.
Flexibility. Can it adapt to changing needs? Ease of use.
Ease of use is important.
Very important. Can your team actually use it without needing a PhD in computer science?
You don't want it to be overly complicated.
Exactly. Security. Can it protect your sensitive data?
Security is paramount.
Absolutely. And, of course, cost. Does it fit within your budget?
Budget's always a factor.
Always. You also need to consider integration needs.
Right, so you'd want a BPM tool that seamlessly integrates with those systems.
Exactly.
What are some key features that CIOs should look for in a BPM tool?
Well, we've touched on some of them already. Low-code development.
Right.
This is huge for empowering citizen developers and bridging that talent gap.
Citizen developers, that's a great point.
It is version control. You need to be able to track changes and roll back if needed.
Like an undo button for your processes?
Exactly. Task traceability
Okay.
for accountability and compliance. Exception management.
Exception management, what's that?
How well does it handle unexpected events or deviations from the process?
So how does it deal with those curveballs we talked about earlier?
Exactly. And a visual process modeler, something that makes it easy to design and map out your processes
Visually, I like that.
without needing to write lines of code.
So it's user-friendly, even for non-technical folks.
Exactly. It sounds like a lot, but these features are essential for any organization looking to implement BPM effectively.
And testing and feedback. Is that important during the selection process?
Absolutely. Take advantage of free trials or demos to put the BPM tool through its paces in a real-world scenario.
Real-world scenarios, good idea.
Get your team involved, gather their feedback, and see how the tool performs within your specific environment. Don't just rely on marketing materials or sales pitches. Get hands-on and see for yourself.
That's great advice. Now let's get specific. For organizations deeply embedded in the Microsoft ecosystem, is there a BPM tool that you would recommend they take a closer look at?
Based on what we've discussed, I'd strongly recommend AgileXRM.
AgileXRM, I've heard that name. But why is it such a strong choice for those organizations that are basically running their entire business on Microsoft?
One of the biggest advantages is its deep integration with the Microsoft ecosystem.
Okay, tell me more.
We're talking about smooth interoperability with the Microsoft Power platform,
Power Platform.
which includes Power BI for data visualization,
Perfect. Right.
Power Automate for task automation, and Power Apps for building custom applications.
Got it.
And it also seamlessly integrates with Dynamics 365,
Dynamics 365, familiar with that.
Microsoft's suite of business applications,
Right.
and the Dataverse, which is essentially Microsoft's cloud-based data storage platform.
Dataverse, interesting.
This means AgileXRM can easily tap into your existing data and systems,
Oh, makes sense.
allowing you to get up and running quickly without needing to reinvent the wheel.
So it's like having a BPM tool that speaks fluent Microsoft. I like that. But beyond integration, what else makes AgileXRM stand out in the crowded BPM market?
It also excels in low-code development.
Low code, we talked about that.
We did. This means that even users with limited coding experience can easily create and customize business applications, workflows, and automations.
That's pretty powerful.
It is, in a time when finding and retaining skilled developers is a major pain point.
It is a major pain point.
Low-code development can be a game changer. It allows you to empower citizen developers within your organization,
Empowering those citizen developers, yeah.
freeing up your IT team to focus on more complex tasks.
That's a huge advantage in today's tight labor market. What about those other key features we discussed earlier? Version control, task traceability, exception management, and a visual process modeler. Does AgileXRM have those covered?
Absolutely. AgileXRM has robust version control,
Okay.
allowing you to manage multiple versions of your processes and roll back to previous versions if needed.
That's important.
It can be a lifesaver when you're making changes or updates. It provides comprehensive task traceability,
Traceability, got it.
capturing detailed audit trails and point-in-time data,
Mm-hmm.
which is crucial for compliance and accountability. And its visual process modeler makes it incredibly intuitive to design and deploy business processes,
Intuitive, that's key.
even for those who aren't coding wizards.
So it's user-friendly,
Yeah.
even for non-technical folks.
Exactly. And it's also designed to handle those inevitable exceptions that can throw a wrench into your well-laid plans.
Those curveballs.
Exactly. It allows for dynamic handling of exceptions in running processes,
Okay.
ensuring that deviations are managed effectively without bringing everything to a grinding halt.
So it keeps things running smoothly.
It does. This is crucial for maintaining business continuity and avoiding those frustrating bottlenecks that can slow down your operations.
So AgileXRM seems to tick all the boxes in terms of features and capabilities.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears for a moment and zoom out to that bigger picture we were talking about earlier. We started by discussing the challenges that CIOs are facing in 2025, cybersecurity threats, AI integration, data analytics, proving IT value, and the talent gap. How does BPM and specifically AgileXRM equip CIOs to address those challenges head on?
That's a great question. Let's break it down, starting with cybersecurity.
Okay, cybersecurity first.
One of the biggest benefits of BPM is that it can reduce the risk of human error,
Human error, right?
which, as we know, is often a major factor in security breaches.
It often is.
By automating tasks, standardizing procedures, and enforcing access controls, you're essentially closing those security gaps that attackers love to exploit.
So it's about creating a more secure and controlled environment,
Exactly.
which is especially important in today's world of increasingly sophisticated cyber attacks.
Absolutely. What about AI integration? That's a hot topic right now.
It is. How does BPM play a role in incorporating AI into business processes?
BPM can actually be a key enabler of AI adoption.
A key enabler, okay.
Think of it this way. AI algorithms need clean, structured data.
Data is key.
It is. To learn and make accurate predictions, BPM helps create that clean, structured data
Okay.
by standardizing processes and automating data collection. It provides the framework for AI to come in and do its magic.
So BPM lays the groundwork for AI to come in and add its intelligence to the mix.
Exactly. For example, let's say you want to use AI to automate customer service interactions.
Customer service, good example.
BPM can help standardize those interactions,
Okay.
capture relevant data points,
Cool.
and even identify patterns that AI can then learn from,
Interesting.
leading to more efficient and personalized customer service experiences.
That's a great example.
Yeah.
Now, what about data analytics? We've talked about how BPM systems can provide valuable data insights, but how does that translate into tangible value for CIOs?
CIOs are constantly under pressure to demonstrate the ROI of their IT investments.
ROI, that's always a key concern.
It is. With BPM, they can finally point to concrete data.
Concrete data, I like that.
That shows how process improvements are saving time, reducing costs, and boosting efficiency.
So it's about having the evidence to prove that those investments are paying off.
It is. It's no longer about saying, trust me, this new system is great.
Okay.
It's about having the data to back up your claims.
Data-driven proof.
Exactly. And demonstrate the tangible benefits of your IT initiatives.
Makes sense. And what about the talent gap? How does BPM help organizations address the scarcity of skilled tech workers?
By simplifying and automating tasks, BPM allows you to make better use of your existing workforce. You don't need a team of highly skilled developers to build and maintain complex processes anymore.
Right.
Instead, you can empower citizen developers within your organization to take on some of those tasks.
Empowering those citizen developers again.
Exactly. Freeing up your IT specialists to focus on more strategic initiatives.
So it's about democratizing technology and empowering more people within the organization to contribute to process improvement.
Precisely. But let's talk about AgileXRM specifically. We've highlighted its integration with the Microsoft ecosystem and its low-code capabilities. But are there any other features or functionalities that make it particularly well-suited to address those CIO concerns we've been discussing?
I'm curious to hear more.
Absolutely. One of the key things that sets AgileXRM apart is its focus on security.
Security, okay.
It leverages the robust security features of the Microsoft platform, like Azure Active Directory and other built-in security protocols, to protect your data and ensure compliance with industry regulations.
That's important.
This is a huge plus for CIOs who are understandably concerned about cybersecurity threats.
Security is definitely top of mind for most CIOs these days.
Uh-oh.
What about its ability to handle the growing complexity of data analytics?
AgileXRM integrates seamlessly with Power BI, Microsoft's powerful data visualization and analytics tool.
Right.
This allows you to create interactive dashboards,
Dashboard's cool.
visualize key metrics, and gain insights into process performance in a way that's easy to understand and act on.
Actionable insights. That's what you want.
It's about making data accessible and actionable.
Right. Not just a bunch of numbers on a spreadsheet.
Exactly. That's a big plus for CIOs who need to make data-driven decisions. And how does AgileXRM address that ever-present talent gap? We've touched on low-code development, but are there any other ways it helps organizations maximize their existing workforce?
I'm all ears.
AgileXRM is designed to be user-friendly and intuitive, even for those who aren't tech-savvy.
Okay.
Its visual process modeler.
We talked about that.
We did drag-and-drop interface, make it easy for people with varying technical skills to create, manage, and optimize processes. It's about empowering citizen developers and reducing the reliance on specialized IT staff.
So it's about making BPM accessible to everyone within the organization, not just the tech elite.
Exactly, and that's a key differentiator for AgileXRM. It's about democratizing technology and enabling everyone to contribute to process improvement.
That's a powerful concept. But let's shift gears for a moment and zoom out to that human factor. We've focused a lot on technology, but at the end of the day, BPM is about people. It's about how they work, how they collaborate, and how they make decisions.
Yeah.
How do you successfully bring people along on this BPM journey and ensure that the technology actually enhances their work lives rather than adding more complexity?
That's such a crucial point. Technology is just a tool. The real transformation happens when you combine that technology with a deep understanding of your people, their needs and their goals. It's not just about implementing software. It's about understanding the human processes that the software is supposed to support and enhance.
Absolutely. And that's where the true value of BPM lies. It's not just about efficiency. It's about empowering people to work smarter, not harder. It's about breaking down those silos that can stifle collaboration and create a more agile, adaptable, and ultimately more human-centric organization.
I love that perspective. It's a great reminder that technology should serve people, not the other way around. And of course, this is where the BPM tool comes in. I'd say don't be afraid to experiment, to learn, and to adapt. BPM is a journey, not a destination. And the most successful organizations are the ones that embrace that journey and view BPM as an integral part of their ongoing evolution.
That's a great way to put it. BPM is not a silver bullet, but it can be a powerful tool for organizations looking to navigate the challenges and opportunities of the digital age. And for those of you operating in a Microsoft-centric environment, AgileXRM is definitely a solution worth exploring. It's a robust, user-friendly, and highly integrated platform that can help you streamline your processes, empower your team, and drive innovation and growth. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of BPM.